Hey everybody, Gen X Jim here. Wanted to go over the patch that was just released today. This is for the developer updates for February 24, and it is a killer palooza. I'm a happy camper. Some really interesting changes in here, good changes. And it's supposed to go to the PTB tomorrow, but I am not certain we'll actually see this come out of the PTB in the way it is right now. But we got a lot of killers who have gotten love that haven't gotten love in a long time. So number one, in a shocking turn of events, we've decided to buff the pig. I love that they're aware of the whole nerf the pig. More specifically, they made changes to the ambush and crouch. They're trying to get her to move away from relying 100% on the reverse bear traps and do more with the crouch mechanic, which everybody who's played pig knows it's mid at best. So now with the ambush, we have an increased duration from 2 seconds up to 2.3. So that means it's easier to catch somebody before they leave the loop. You got a little more speed, or you have a little more time, cover a little more distance. They're going to decrease the ambush successful attack cooldown to 2.7. So after you actually get that hit, you can get in chase for the second hit a lot quicker. 0.3 seconds, but that's actually a decent amount of time. And then they're going to decrease the miss cooldown to 1.5 seconds, and a half second is a big deal in this. This is behavior really trying to push, hey, give it a try. Even if you miss, it's not that big of a deal. They made the crouch faster, so when you crouch instead of 1.3 seconds, it only takes 1 second to crouch. And then they made the movement speed while you're crouching. They gave it a buff 0.2 meters up to 3.8 from 3.6. So you can get into your crouch a lot quicker, move a lot quicker. The problem is they are nerfing the reverse bear trap. They've made it so you can't see the boxes. So you, as a pig, sometimes you patrol the boxes too and try and keep people from getting their traps off. Well, you can't even see them now. And they changed the reverse bear trap to now a base timer of 3 minutes instead of 2.5. So you can't pop heads as quick. So they say she can cover 15% more ground when she's ambushing. Missed attacks are less punishing. And they've updated her successful attack to cooldown to match the normal basic attack cooldown. This makes her quicker and easier to set up for an ambush and allows her to spend less time sneaking around. They have changed add-ons that we had that give her a faster crouch or an extended ambush time. So now that they're base kit, they kind of nerf those add-ons. Hag gets some love. Most popular add-on decreased the time, the setting time of their phantasm traps, increasing the distance at which they have teleported to. That in mind, they've increased the maximum teleport distance, so now instead of 40 meters, it's 48 meters, and they've decreased the time to set it. Instead of 1 second, it's 0.9 seconds. Now, they've also done some weird stuff here. They've increased the time trigger phantasm traps remain active to 6 seconds, meaning you have more time to teleport to that trap after it goes off. And then they've increased the time taken to wipe away the phantasm traps. So survivors, if they're getting, if they want to get rid of those traps, it's going to take them a little bit longer. So the whole idea there being, it takes longer to get rid of them. You can teleport to them longer, but in order to encourage this, they think that you're doing it wrong. Instead of having a larger area around the trap, which will trigger the trap, they think that when you teleport to it, if you have a bigger radius, you're teleporting and you're further away from the survivor. So they are encouraging where the traps, when you teleport it to, you're closer to the survivor. So to do that, they decrease the base trap trigger range to 2.7 meters rather than 3 meters. So just walking past it, you need to be a lot closer to it to trigger it. So when the hag teleports to it, she's closer to you. The bog water, bloody mud add-ons, which increase the trap trigger range, have their effects inverted, and now they decrease. So when running these add-ons makes it only go off when you're right on top of it, which I guess is good If survivors are going to be coming through a certain spot, you put a trap there. When you teleport it to it, you're right on top of them. Clown gets love. This is going to make the clown pretty brutal here. Of the 2 bottles, Afterpiece Tonic's everybody's favorite. That's the one that makes the vision hard, slows them down. But they wanted to show love to the Afterpiece Antidote, which is the yellow bottle, which gives speed. So they've increased the speed burst duration from 5 seconds up to 6 seconds. So longer effect. They've decreased the activation time to 2 seconds when it was 2.5. So instead of having to throw it a long ways away, so it'll activate before you get to it so you can run through it, now you don't have to do that as far. Additionally, they increased the base bottle carrying capacity to 6. It was 4. That's huge. They also decreased the visual intensity of the Afterpiece Tonic to reduce the motion sickness, which, not crazy about that, but still, this allows the clown to clown around the map more and makes the Afterpiece Antidote feel less awkward, and he doesn't have to reload as often. Doctor is shock therapy. He's getting a buff. It's increasing the range to 12 meters when it was 10.7 meters and decreasing the detonation delay to 0.8. So this is just going to make it more responsive. You have better range on it. Demogorgon. Love me a demo dog. This is going to decrease the successful shred attack cooldown to 2.7 seconds rather than 0.3. And I noticed this. I was playing demo last night. When you shred, you hit somebody and they make good distance before you recover from a successful hit. This is just giving you a little bit more to get back in the chase. Now, I run Barb's Glass and Blackheart add-on, which will allow me to get back into chase quicker. That decreases that cooldown. Well, they say that those have been nerfed to adjust since base kit has a little bit more of that. And then my favorite, my main, the Huntress. No lockers in sight, or maybe the entity sent you to a map with poor line of sight, making it difficult to line up a shot. To help her stay topped up and give her opportunities to attack in a busier areas, we made the following changes. Base kit hatchets has gone from 5 to 7. You used to have to run the purple add-on, the military belt, to get 7. Now 7's base, so you run the military belt, that gives you 9. If you run leather strap, you have 10 hatchets. 10 hatchets. I can miss a lot of hatchets before I have to reload on that one. They've also increased the moving speed while holding the hatchet to 3.54 when it was 3.8. So having the hatchet up, trying to get somebody in a loop, you're actually quicker. I think that beats the horseshoe actually. So that's significant. And then the wind up speeds increased by 10%. That was what the Flowering Babushka did. And I used to run that too. Now that those are base kit, they've nerfed Flower Babushka and Mana Parade to make up for that. Blight, they went on Compound 33 and they changed the rushes to 3 when it was 2. And that's kind of they had it low and then they buffed it high and then re-put it low. So they're just bounced around on this. There's a change that actually affects survivors directly here. This is the Mangled. It provides a lot of value throughout the match, slowing down survivors. There's no way for the survivors to remove the Mangled effect other than to heal through it. They wanted to change that, so now they're putting a timer between 60 and 90 seconds on Mangled. So if you're hit with Mangled, you have a choice. You can either wait the 60 or 90 seconds, or you can heal through it, and that's your choice. Then the last change is a Bloodwet improvement. Remember how they gave us that button in the middle to where we don't have to sit and click on everything? But until you prestige your survivor or killer or whatever the first time, you still have to manually do it. And they wanted you to do that so you would become familiar with the add-ons. Well, enough people have said, come on, dude, we're just trying to prestige them so we can get their skills or whatever. So now, as long as you have one survivor or one killer prestiged, you'll have that button available, even if you haven't prestiged the survivor that you're working on. So there we go. That's it. PTB is supposed to go live tomorrow. There's a lot of really strong changes in here, and I feel like they're trying to go high and then dial back, and that's the kind of the same thing they did with Blight and with Billy. So we'll see how this turns out. I am excited to play on the PTB. I will be looking forward to it, and we'll see if I do better with a lot more hatchets to miss, and we'll see how that goes. Thanks for watching, and see you on the PTB.